Hey everybody, welcome to Impossible Coin. I think we're a man down and twice as lean, or
Man down!
something like that.
Call the aerial support! That's what you do, right?
Yeah. I think one of us should have, like, some kind of army helmet and, like, a phone strapped to another man's back.
Is it a phone, or is it just, like, one of those really thick, like, walkie-talkies?
Well, yeah,
like the 90s phone?
Yeah, there's, like, thick walkie-talkie, maybe a phone strapped to another man's back. Either way, there are helmets involved.
I mean, that makes sense, because there is a new Call of Duty coming, Brian.
You know, and as our resident expert, I thank you for telling me that.
I'm so mad about it.
Well, shit, Tegan. Somerset.
Yeah. Sergeant Somerset reporting for duty or something.
It's possible you shouldn't have had the best performative rage every time they get announced.
I'm sorry. It's just the same thing every time. And I say that having never played a Call of Duty game. Which I think is the best part of it.
I think the thing for me is, like, even when there are changes, it's them trying to convince you it's the same thing every time. Like, look, despite the fact we've made these changes, we assure you this is the same thing. Like, which is amazing. And I think the best example of that is the year they took out the good jumping and told you where the boots would be.
On the ground.
Yes.
They are on the ground.
That's where they shall stay.
Where your boots would be in any kind of actual conflict. Like, just because you removed the jumping does not mean it's, like, that jumping part wasn't boots on the ground. You have to land eventually. You can't just propel yourself into fucking space. Garbage! Garbage descriptions. Amazing. Wow. You can't tell. I just dabbed. Anyway.
Okay, I guess an update on the Xbox situation.
Oh yeah, tell me how your Xbox is. Is it still sick?
I decided to wait because E3 sales are a thing.
E3 sales are totally a thing.
Right, and so, like, if I have to replace this fucking Xbox, I might as well do it when, like, the prices are better.
Yeah.
So I will likely either this weekend or during the week, this coming week, go get a new Xbox.
Probably a good call.
Yeah, I was like, because I was sitting there when I was, fixing to go out to my local GameStop and being like, fuck. And I was like, wait a minute. This is a situation where if I do this right now today, I will be pissed off in a week because of the impending E3 sales. And considering the thing does everything right now except read fucking discs, I can afford to wait
a couple days.
Yeah. So that is the update on the current Xbox crisis. There is a window of time in between when things are cheaper before shitty tariffs start.
Yep.
So, hooray! I'll take advantage of that.
And when things are going to be cheaper because E3 is here.
Yeah. So.
We're mid-E3 when you guys are listening to this. Wow!
Yeah.
I'm so amazed at that thing. I'm probably actually, canonically, at home screaming about Nintendo right now, still.
Man.
Like, that's my canonical prediction for myself. Nintendo did some things, and I fucking lost my mind.
Future Brian, please let me, past Brian, know how cool Cyberpunk 2077 looks. Also, I can't believe... Future Brian, the things you're saying about just how bad Square Enix's press conference was. Wait a minute. No, I can believe it. I can
you can believe it.
Yeah. Like, I know that we always talk about, like, the idea of who won E3. I'm ready with my prediction for who will lose E3 right now.
Yeah, it's PlayStation. PlayStation lost E3. Sony fucked it up.
Yep. They really fucking shit the bed.
Sony ducked it up, and then, like, Square Enix is, like, a close second on that.
Man.
And then, like, Sony and Microsoft are right up there at the top. Or Nintendo and Microsoft are, like, right up there at the top, hanging out.
Yeah.
High-fiving.
Like,
President Bowser is high-fiving cool dad Phil Spencer.
Yeah. Like, man. Just, like, hanging out on, like, various video game forums, which are closely tracking shit like, what are the layouts of the floor for E3? What does various booths look like? Because those things
are they on the ground? Are those booths on the ground?
Some.
Cool.
The booths are on the ground.
One
Tegan,
booth in the air. That's how you get to the Animal Crossing booth. You have to tie a balloon to yourself and float up.
And meanwhile, there's some fucker with a slingshot. And he's
trying to shoot you down because they think you're a present. Yes.
Yes.
Then they loot your body. It explodes into coins.
So, Tegan, I see you got various things that you wanted to talk about.
I do.
Here. We didn't actually do coverage of the Call of Duty announcement, did we?
No, we didn't.
Why do you say that with a voice of resignation and sadness?
Because I know you're going to ask me to talk about it.
Tegan, could you please talk about the Call of Duty announcement?
Only if I have to.
If it is actually going to cause you real, legitimate human sadness, then please don't. But if this is a bit, then please tell us about Call of Duty.
It'll cause me, hilarious amounts of semi-fake human sadness to have to discuss Call of Duty Modern Warfare, not Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, or Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, but it is, yeah. So they're sort of redoing Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Mm.
So you're following, the guy with the cigar. He's got a name. This is my favorite part of discussing it, because I know I'm pissing off a bunch of people who really love Call of Duty, because a lot of them have been, like, very excited about it. Captain Price, that's his name.
Cigar Man!
Cigar Man! Captain Price, Cigar Man with the mutton chops. But you're in a different timeline. You may see more returning characters. Nothing that happened in the previous games have occurred yet in this game. So this is Call of Duty pre-4 Modern Warfare, I guess? Because those things haven't happened yet. It's a whole new engine. I don't know. It's the most bizarre instance of retconning, and it's gonna make video game searches and video game organizations in stores a nightmare, because it's just called Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and there's already a game called Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So, fuck your organization. Fuck it. Fuck it all to hell.
So, okay.
No one gives a shit. God, why? Why would you do that to us?
You know how they say, like, if you come at the king, you best not miss.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at the history of the Call of Duty series, there is one game in that series which is hailed as a legitimate all-time classic that, like, stands alongside other, achievements in video games. Like, your game that is up there with stuff like, Final Fantasy VII and Ocarina of Time, and that is Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And I
it's
think
not Call of Duty Modern Warfare. That's a different game.
Right.
Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and then there's Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and now there's Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Fuck you.
So, I think if you just call your game Call of Duty Modern Warfare, you best not fuck it up, because there's a lot. Man. I think that they're gonna, like, set themselves up to. You know what? This is one of those things where, like, I think I might be ascribing a more discerning and sophisticated criticism to a COD fan. I mean, okay, I do believe there is such a thing as a discerning and sophisticated COD fan, but I do think that there is a large number of COD fans who want to just simply smoke weed, eat pizza, and play COD.
You know what, though? If that was my life, I think I'd want that too.
Yeah.
Like, there was a time where I woke up, ate a popsicle, and played World of Warcraft for fucking 18 hours. And, like, that was a peaceful time where I knew, like, about myself. And then I went through a bunch of changes, and that was uncomfortable. So, like, if that was my problem, like, okay, whatever.
Okay. I'm having one of those moments of, like, stark self-reflection. Does that mean that we're basically doing it wrong, Tegan, and what we should do is fucking smoke weed, eat pizza, and play COD?
No. You should do what makes you happy and makes you at peace. And if smoking weed, eating pizza, and playing COD makes you at peace, good for you. That can be your happy place. But if that's not your happy place, you need to find your gaming happy place. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Wow, we made that really kind. Aw.
Yeah.
Yay. Good on us.
Whew.
We're just shitting on Call of Duty because they release basically the same game every year with slight tweaks, and people get mad about it. And we really don't want them, honestly, we don't want them to fuck up Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Just Call of Duty Modern Warfare. We don't want them to fuck up Call of Duty Modern Warfare because we don't want you guys to be upset with the remake of Call of Duty Modern Warfare with your favorite Call of Duty Modern Warfare character dude. And we're afraid that they will, and the internet will be mad about it.
And hey guys, if you liked that Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and you're like, gosh, that was a really good video game that I would like to play, I wonder what those people have done since then. Then why don't you go play some, like, Titanfall 2 or Apex Legends, which are games from the key leaders of that dev team who fucking left Activision afterwards because they're like, this place sure seems like a shithole.
Yep. Please, like, if you really love a game, really look into the people who designed that game and play other games that they have been key people on.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those games will have similar feels and elicit similar emotions.
And Titanfall 2 has easily one of the best single-player campaigns in video games in years. Like, it is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Like, I can imagine, like, handing Titanfall 2 to someone and being like, hey, everybody, check this out. And telling them, like, this is what first-person shooters are like. Mm-hmm. And then they go just, like, pick up fucking, like, Battlefield and be like, you misrepresented this to me, sir. I thought the first-person shooters were fun and interesting and... Oh.
Right. Roman! Shush!
If you're new to the show, Roman's a cat.
Yeah, Roman's a cat. If you're, he's an old man cat, and he's having some tummy troubles. Poor man. One of the reasons I'm really looking forward to Astral Chain is because it's by the people who did the visual and audio design on Nier Automata, and I'm fucking hyped for that. Because they did an excellent job on Nier Automata. Like, so it's gonna be good. It may not be the same, but it'll be good.
So, like, Tegan, are you all in on Platinum at this point? Like, are you like...
I think I am.
Or are there just specific people at Platinum that you're...
I think I'm more interested in the people at Platinum than Platinum themselves.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Have you fucked with Bayonetta?
No, I have not fucked with Bayonetta.
You
that
should
is
fuck
a game
with
that
Bayonetta.
I probably need to fuck with, yeah.
Yeah, Bayonetta is amazing. Like, it's...
Bayonetta just looks, like a lot.
Bayonetta...
Like, as a woman, she's a lot of woman. She's got opinions. She's got strong opinions and guns on her shoes.
Yeah.
Clothing made out of hair, and I don't know how I feel about all of that.
Like, she is a lot of a lot. Like, it's... There. In fact, there's not much more than Bayonetta. Like...
Oh, really?
Yeah, like... You look at if you look at the figurative limit of the universe, somewhere near it is Bayonetta shooting that figurative limit with her shoes. Like, it's... Like, I think just as far as, like, characters worth conversation and discussion and debate...
Bayonetta's in there?
Yeah, like, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Like... Because I look at Bayonetta and I'm like, short of real weirdos I feel like there's not much that people say about Bayonetta that isn't wrong. It's just absolutely fascinating games. The lore is amazing. Like, I know that you're a real lore nerd.
I am a lore nerd. That is true.
Yeah, and so I feel like Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2 will absolutely scratch that itch for you.
Okay.
And, like, just the absolute bonkers as fuck world design. Like, Tegan, there's a boss fight where a giant, like, I'm just going to say, something is throwing churches, plural, at you. Throwing whole churches.
Whole churches?
Yes.
That seems a little sacrilegious.
Man, whole churches remind me of religion, which in turn remind me of the way we reconcile our mortality, which in turn leads me to death, which in turn leads me to the good place, Tegan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's being, they're stopping after season 4, right? They just announced that?
Yeah.
Good on them!
Yep.
Good on them!
But I wanted to talk to you, Tegan, about the good place.
Okay. I've still only finished season 1.
Okay.
I have not yet started season 2.
Can you dwell in season 1 for a moment? Can you?
Yes, I can. Yeah, that's easy.
Okay.
It's the only part I've seen.
Yeah. Like, how do you feel about those characters now that they've been recontextualized for you? Like, when you get to the end of season 1, like, you definitely have a different perspective.
Yeah.
On those characters that you've met.
Yeah, I thought Michael was just, like, an anxious, like, kind of bumbling guy with, like, lots of good intentions, but he's just the absolute biggest manipulator, and I'm really disappointed that I fell for it. Because, like, I've fallen for that before in real people, and I'm really upset that I fell for it again on TV.
That smile on Ted Danson's face when Eleanor figures it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is something I know that I've talked about in the past with Rocky. The moment that I figured out that they were in hell, it was when Michael and Chidi are in the yogurt shop. And Michael
presenting him with the 3 yogurts.
Yup. And I was like, oh wait, this is hell. This is hell. Like, Michael is intentionally doing this.
He's stirring the pot.
Yes.
Yeah, he's being a little fuck. Hate that. So, when we were in episode 1, and Eleanor's making everything go nutty. Like, I'm like, there's absolutely no way she's having that much of an influence on the program. And I'm just like, everyone else gets to learn how to fly and she's stuck picking up garbage. That's hell. And then I'm like, oh, this is the shittiest place in the world. Like, I hate this. It's not because she's a bad person. It's just because this is garbage. And my friend is just, like, real quiet. And I'm like, are they in hell? And she's like, I don't know. And I was like, oh. So that's why I was like, I'm asking too good of questions right at the beginning. And then I was like, okay, whatever. This is just going to be, like, this is just for antics. Like, it's fine. And I just, like, ignored at the very beginning of the game. I was like, this is hell. I would not want to live here forever. So, whoops. But also, then I was, like, mad. I'm like, I can't believe I fell for it.
There is a little touch that they did on the show, which didn't really jump out at me until later, which is that a lot of times on the show, when a character is having a bad time in the foreground of the shot, like, if someone's having a bad time and they're, like, the center of the frame,
yeah,
there are various residents of the neighborhood in the background who will, like, turn toward the character in the foreground and, like, make these, like, really unpleasant smiles. Yeah. Like, the various demons that are populating the neighborhood.
They're all demons. Everybody's a demon.
Yeah,
like 4 of them.
And it's just like, ooh, you don't even notice these people making these horrible faces in the background, like, enjoying the suffering of our characters, until later. Yeah. Such good stuff. Is there a Good Place human resident that you enjoy the most so far? You're like, this person is my avatar. I heart them. They're the best.
You mean of the only 4 human
Yes.
residents there?
Yeah.
I really like Chidi, honestly. Like, Eleanor's made the most, like, growth and stuff, which I think is good, but, like, I feel like she's also enabling, like, the other characters to grow more. So, like, that's what main characters do. But, like, Chidi's really interesting, because he's, like, the way he's teaching and stuff is really cool for me to watch. You know?
Yeah.
I fucking hate Jean Yu. I hate him. I absolutely hate
Jason
him.
Mendoza?
Yeah, Jason Mendoza is the worst. That's a garbage person. Oh my god. I hate it.
So, something which is fun is that the creator of the show, Michael Schur, has said that Season 1 is the Eleanor season. Season 2 is the Michael season.
Oh, okay.
Season 3, the one that just finished, is the Chidi season. Hasn't really said, like, who will be the point of focus for the final season.
I hope it's Tahani.
She's so great.
Yeah, but I just really don't like Jason Mendoza.
Oh, he will grow on you. Give him time.
No, I don't think so. He's stupid. He's so stupid. He's so amazingly stupid. The depths of his stupidity are frustrating to behold.
Well, that's all true. He's still great.
No, it's dumb decision after dumb decision, and I hate that.
Have they dug into how he died yet?
Yeah. Fucking suffocated in a safe like an idiot.
Yeah. So I'm also seeing here, completely unrelated, you dug into Yonder.
I beat Yonder.
Hit me with some Yonder.
I did it in like 2 days. Like 48 hours maybe. To beat Yonder. In the entirety. At the very beginning I was just like, I don't really understand what I'm doing or how I'm doing. There was a lot less like actual farming than I wanted there to be, and I didn't fully grasp like the trading aspect of it. Like I only ever actually traded if I needed stuff to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
And I recognized that I definitely did not like trade at the most opportune times, like to get the most bang for my buck. But I was also like sitting on so many supplies, just general supplies, that it felt weird not to just be like, well, I've got like 900 logs. I guess I can just like, you can just have them. Like, and I guess I'll take this food so that I can cook stuff? I don't know. It was interesting. The overarching, like, this is your main plotline mystery sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it didn't, I wasn't, like, gripped on it. I was like, okay, yeah, clear the murk, get the sprites back, cool. Like, I can do that. And then they're like, go explore these ruins. And I was like, why? Just like, do I have to? Is that, like, I understand because of my glowing magic compass that is the main point of this, but also, why? Does that matter? Like, eh. And then they were like, oh yeah, like, this reason. And I was like, oh, well, okay, I guess.
So it sounds like once it
thing.
got its hooks in you, it's got its hooks in you pretty hard. Like,
yeah, I literally stayed up. Once it got it hooks into me, I stayed up literally 24 hours to play the game.
Jesus,
I
Tegan.
I started at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I went to bed at like 9:30 the next day.
So if we wander back like 18 months in this show's history, when I was like, you know what, I think Tegan would like Yonder.
Yeah, Tegan liked Yonder. Yonder does not have the replay value that Nier does for me. Like, right. I keep being like, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna play Nier Automata again. But Yonder, I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, that was, yeah, I played that whole thing.
That's really cool.
That's it. Like, I don't have to play it again, but I did enjoy the entire time I played it.
You know, I feel this is a happy gaming story. Like, I feel like there's this thing that we do, and probably happens more frequently for us because of the podcast, where there comes a point where after a game is over a certain age, where it's like, man, like, I've got limited time. Do I really want to be playing something old? I've got the pod, you know, like I can tell you that every time I sit down in front of fucking Hitman, I feel guilty. I'm like, I should be playing something which has come out in the last few weeks or months at longest. Like, you know, and that, like, anytime I tell myself, like, well, you know, it's a live services game, which is putting out content constantly, and, you know, there's a community there, and, you know, and talking about being part of that community is a thing. And I'm like, no. But, like, as I recall, like, last year, two of the games that were most resonant for you and I over the course of the year were games that did not come out last year.
Yeah. Yeah,
like, in a big way. So, I'm glad to hear that the tradition continues. Early front runner for Old Game of the Year, Yonder.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Early contender for Old Game of the Year. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Sat down, did the whole thing, and the day was like, wow! That was a game! And it was very cute. Very, like, the art style, honestly, like, really fit the game very well. And I'm kind of, I would not mind playing an entire farming sim that looked more like that.
Yeah.
Like, it could even have less plot than that, honestly, and I would probably be all in. It was fun.
I feel like there is a farming sim on the make, which has more of a look like that. Of course, I can't immediately remember its name right now, but
that's okay.
In 2 weeks, when on this show, I just shout the name of a game. That's what.
That's what it is.
Yes.
That's the reason. Yeah.
And you appear to be wandering back into a Quantic Dream game?
Oh, yeah. No, I beat Detroit Become Human, too. That one took a couple days, though. I was like, so I'd last left Detroit, in the first, Marcus is in charge of Jericho. Connor's heading towards being a deviant, but, like, isn't quite there yet. Like, we're not at that part of the story. And Kara was, she had been in, she'd escaped from Zlatko's with Luther and Alice. And I was like, alright, cool, that's where, like, and that was it. That was, like, as far as I'd gotten, and I was like, alright, I need to stop playing this game only at night, because I'm stressing myself out too much. So, like, last week I was like, oh, well, like, I'm home during the day now, I could just play Detroit Become Human with the sunshine on. So I did. And then I beat it. And I was like, oh no. And immediately, the first thing I did was fuck up a QuickTime event and kill Connor. And I was like, nope. Back to the main menu. We're replaying that chapter. We're saving over the options. I fucked up. I was just like, I can't let my boy die. That's my son. Connor's a good kid. Connor's like 28 and he's a good kid. He's doing his best. Yeah, anyway. My ending was fucked up. Did you beat it? Did you ever get there?
No, I never played it. That was a game that I drew a line in the sand on. I was like, because I already had the problems with, just the way the games from that studio are structured in general.
Yeah.
But
okay.
so then when the stuff came out about how people were getting treated there, I was like, yep. I was like, all right, get fucked. So
yeah, there's a lot of there. Yep. Yeah. So I got right after I started back up in the game. It was a part where so it started up in Marcus's story, and it started up literally in the part where North and Josh are talking. They're two of Marcus's companions. There's a third companion. He fucking killed himself. I don't care. Anyway, so these two. Well, I guess it was after, so it was like the chapter right after Connor's thing where I was like, fuck, I fucked up a QuickTime event, I have to replay that. I'm not letting Connor die, fuck that. Anyway, so I went again, when it went back to Marcus's story, North and Jacob are talking. Jacob is an android who appears like he's like a tall African-American kind of like art student musician type. Is like the best way I can describe him. He's got a lean build, but he's not, and I don't know, he just looks like he'd be like an art student or a musician of some sort. I don't know how to describe that. I don't know how, it's like the aesthetic, right. I guess he's going for. And North is, has the appearance of someone who is of Asian descent. But her hair is dyed kind of like this, orange, brown, blonde. And she's, like, definitely very pale. And it's in that scene where North is talking to Jacob, where she's like, if you're not willing to fight for it, then stay a slave. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Oh, and I was just like, yeah, that was bad. That was very bad.
Yeah. Like,
that was so bad. Don't do that.
There's some stuff about, like, David Cage's games that, like, have always made him seem like just the most fucking, like, clueless designer.
Yeah. Tone deaf.
Absolutely fucking tone deaf. Like, they clearly put so much research into this game. Like, so much, like, actual historical, like, knowledge is in this game of, like, the civil rights movement in America, and, like, all this information on, like, what it means to be human, and, like, what scientists were describing as AI, and, like, stuff like that, and, like, how you show that it's human, and stuff like that. And it was, like, you can't put all that in there and then be like, there's no historical influence in this game. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're wrong. So wrong. One of the things that, like, seems to be, like, a common thread through David Cage's works, that, like, bothers me. It seems like David Cage is like, alright guys, we're making a video game. And since we're making a video game, we have to include what belongs in every video game, which is the violent sexualization of women. So, where do we have that?
God, yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of that. That was in the Eden Club. That was in Slack Goes. It was in a couple places.
And, like, I don't...
There was also a part that I, like, spoke to me at my core. You go to an abandoned amusement park called the Pirates Cove, and it's dead winter. We're talking, like, mid-December. There's fucking snow everywhere. It's nuts, okay? And there's this android there, and he's obviously, like, used to be a park worker. He's wearing the shirt, the hat, and he is just left out in the cold. And if you go up and interact with him, he'll start, like, doing his thing. Welcome to the Pirates Cove. We know all you mateys are gonna have a swell time here. Like, it's like, get ready for a swashbuckling adventure, like, that kind of shit. That, like, obviously, as, like, someone who's worked in an amusement park, you're trained to say those lines. It's like, because that's what you do, you know? That's how you greet people at that location. And he was just, like, abandoned, out in the cold, just to, like, waste away with the rest of the equipment for the fucking park. And I was just like, that's how it feels! That is how it feels to be someone who works at an amusement park. The park could shut down and they'd just leave you there. And you'd just be like, alright, I guess I live in this kitchen now. Like, ugh. That was like, ooh, that's what it means to be like a retail worker sort of thing. Like, I understand amusement parks are not retail, but like it's the same the same vibe. Right. It's the same vibe. And like, there are times where I'll visit the park it's like a branch of the one I used to work at, because I used to work at the one in Southeast Ohio, and then there's one up here in Northeast Ohio. And, like, when I visit there, like, those phrases come up, I hear them, and, like, the music's the same, and I just, like, it's like a switch is flipped, and I'm just, like, I'm in customer service mode, and I can't get out of it.
Man.
It's garbage, and I'm just like, ooh, don't like it. Don't like that.
So it sounds like you have gone all in on spending some time with some older games.
I did, yeah, I really did, yeah. Connor's good. Connor's a good boy. My ending was sad, though. Fucked up. I fucked it up. I borked it right at the end. I was so mad. Do you want to know how I ended? Oh, there's a dozen different endings, easily.
Well, how did your game end?
Marcus led a peaceful protest and succeeded in swaying public opinion to be sympathetic enough that the president called off the army and instead decided to evacuate humans out of Detroit. So Detroit's now just full of androids. It's Android Freedom Place, which is a thing. Connor did not shoot Marcus at the end. Broke free of that programming too. Yay! Hank is alive. Good. Hank's got some problems, but it's okay. Josh and North were alive. So that was all okay. Like, not everybody's, like, those people are alive, and that's okay. Like, whatever. This is the part that I fucked up. I had to cross the river in a boat, and the Coast Guard shot everybody. Luther was shot in the boat, and then I had to, because we were so heavy and the boat was sinking, I had to push his body into the water and just abandon him in the water, and that felt bad. Alice got shot, and she was bleeding out. So I had Kara jump in the water to push the boat the rest of the way to Canada. Alice made it to Canada, and then essentially bled out in Canada. So only Kara actually made it. And she looked so sad. And I was so sad. Because at that point, like, simultaneously, Detroit was just freed, and if they just stayed in Detroit, it would have been fine. They would have ended up okay. And it was so frustrating! I'm so frustrated! Cause, like, if I just had them go through the bus terminal checkpoint instead of taking the long way around, they would have made it on the bus to Canada, and they all would have been okay. But I fucked up, and I went the wrong way, and I didn't realize I couldn't turn around once I went that way, and then everybody died except Kara, and Kara had the option to just shut herself down when she got to Canada. I was like, no! I can't do that! I can't have done all this stuff and not have one person make it to Canada! I'm so upset! I'm so upset! I'm still upset! I have to go back and fix it! But I don't want to play that giant... It's a big chapter because you keep flipping between Connor and Marcus and Kara, and, like, I don't want to replay that whole thing, but I don't want to leave them sad. Everybody's sad. Except Marcus and Connor. I'm sad. I'm sad, Brian.
Well...
The acting is very good! The acting in this game is very, very good. Like, regardless of the plot, the acting is amazing. They did a good job. I'm sad. poor Kara. I'm sad. I have to fix that. I gotta go back and fix it. I'm probably gonna go through all of the playthroughs, including Connor being an ass, and then I'm gonna be like, Connor, you're not like this. I know you're not like this. You're a good boy.
Well, you could use the power of YouTube to
see them all. Yeah, but that's not the same.
It's true. Yes. Well, maybe just like, hang back and, give it a little bit of time and then jump back in. Like, I'm sure that just immediately jumping right back in right now doesn't sound super great because of the time you've just, devoted to it, but maybe give it a little bit of time and then see if you want to do it. Yeah.
That's fair. Okay.
Let it breathe.
I just want to hang out with Connor more. I wish you could just choose like one character and just play their route instead of having to like cycle through all of them every time you play.
But David Cage wants you to experience his master story, which is the story of 3 android robots that he's very proud of.
Yes, and it is a very good story, but also I have experienced it now. Front all the way. I did the whole thing. I should be able to play just one robot story now. And it should just, whatever happened in like the other arcs should just stay exactly the same while I'm playing one robot story. Because that way it's not like all these other things have to change because you have to make different decisions every time. It can just be like, oh, you already made these decisions? Then this is where you start at the beginning of this chapter because of X, Y, or Z reason. I think that should be possible, and it's not, and that's a little frustrating. Because for a lot of the time, I'm just like, I don't care! Marcus's story, I don't care! I don't like all of his companions! North's a bitch! She has a reason to be a bitch, but like, I don't like her. I don't want to have to talk to her. Maybe I'll just kill her next time.
Jeez.
Then I can't unlock the love route, the love sub route, where they hang out and they kiss like twice, but like mostly what they do is they like remove their skin and touch their hands together so that they can share data. It's like they share memories and stuff. It's weird. So weird. But whatever, man. I guess I don't know. I don't know if all the robots have functioning parts. North definitely does, though, because she was a sex robot. She's got functioning parts. I don't know if Marcus does. He was not. He was a home health aide. I don't think he has functioning sexual parts. I suppose you could get that as an upgrade if you really wanted it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah!
Well, thank you for telling me the story of Canadian sadness and functioning parts and an inability to select just one robot.
Yep. Happy to assist.
Outstanding. Would you like to discuss the news?
Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah.
In a world where Randy Pitchford exists, we received a reminder this week. So does Elon Musk.
We did?
Yeah.
What? Was he smoking weed on camera again and saying he could do it because he was white and rich? Did he do that again?
No.
Is it something
Yes.
like... Oh.
Okay. So apparently they're putting, I'm not going to say they're putting Cuphead into Teslas. They're putting part of Cuphead into Teslas.
Oh,
Yeah.
What part? The cup part or the head part?
Oh, Jesus. Excuse me while I throw myself into the sea. The first island. So, like, the starting island in Cuphead is going into Tesla's. Yeah.
Why? Isn't distracted driving in a self-driving vehicle still, like, against the law?
The game will only start if the car is parked. It can only be played with a plug-in USB controller. And
the car has Bluetooth. You can only use a plug-in controller.
Yes.
The car has Bluetooth. The car has Bluetooth, Brian!
Yeah. But you have to use a wired USB controller in order to fucking play just the first island of Cuphead.
This is stupid.
Yep. So, Musk had this to say. It's a cool game. It's insanely difficult. It's sadistically difficult. It's a twisted plot. It's dark. It looks like some cute little Disney thing that you're like, this plot is very dark. So, this guy's a billionaire? It's a twisted plot? It's a fucking Jesus Christ.
Does he know how English works? There are more words than
It's
that.
a twisted plot.
Yeah, and their heads are full of moonshine. Like, what the fuck? Pick your poison, my dude. It's moonshine. Pro tip. Moonshine is the poison.
So, I guess part of Cuphead will be coming to Tesla's later this summer. And the reason that it is only part of Cuphead is because of storage limitations in the Tesla for, fucking games.
If I want to play games in the car, I'll bring my Switch. Cuphead's on Switch! Cuphead's on Switch! You can play the entirety of Cuphead in your car on a Switch! The hell? Waste battery playing your fucking game? The first island of a game in your car? That's so stupid.
I mean, and the other thing that really gets me here is that, like, okay, if you're so hell-bent on this idea of putting games into the car, wouldn't you want to put a whole fucking game in the car? Like, something that...
Right!
Like, it seems like something that would be, like, so unsatisfying because you're going to get to...
the end of level of the first
and be like,
island.
well, I guess that was a thing.
I guess I can start over from the beginning again.
Fuck it, whatever. There are, like... And he also used the interview as an opportunity to dunk on their previous business partner, which is the resurrected corpse of Atari, to be like, yeah, this is better than the Atari games we have in there. I'm like, well, the Atari games that you have in there are actually complete game experiences and are being presented mostly as intended, except for the weirdness of playing them in a fucking car. But, like, this is part of Cuphead. So what you're saying, Musk, is that part of Cuphead is better than several, like, absolutely classic, complete Atari games.
Do you understand? He doesn't understand,
No.
does he?
No, just... Man, oh man, what... So... it's nowhere near some of the other, like, dumb shit that we've covered recently, which is, like, dumb shits being evil. But this is just some nice, good, classic Elon Musk is a fucking idiot. Like, it's a twisted plot. What an asshole. Tegan, I believe you have some non-asshole related news for us?
I do! I have some news that I find very fun, and that I don't know if you will find very fun, but I find it very fun. Because you know what happened this week?
We learned about the giant sheep.
Yeah, we learned about the giant sheep. There was a Pokemon Direct. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. They showed us 5 new Pokemon. Well, they showed us more than 5 new Pokemon, but they told us the names of 5 new Pokemon. So there's the flower Pokemon Gossifleur, and its evolved form, Eldergoss. And then Dreadnought, which is a rock, water, angry turtle man with big jaw. Oh, he gonna bite some iron metal. Good turtle man. And then Corviknight, which is a crow in a suit of armor that works as a taxi? Amazing. What a time to be alive. And then the new Pokemon that everyone wants to protect. Voodoo. Voodoo! It's a sheep! It's a fluffy sheep! And its name is Wool! Its name is just Wool. Voodoo! That's how you say wool in Japanese! Voodoo! That's it! They just named it Wool! It's a sheep, his name is Wool! Amazing. A time. Wow, what a pure. I'm gonna protect it. I hope there's a sheep sharing minigame, because its Pokedex entry apparently said, well, the lead Pokemon designer for this one's a British dude, and, when he was describing it, they say that, the wool is used to make specialty items, and I'm just like, can I shear my Wooloo? Is that a thing I can do? And then, make my own clothes? It's great. And then, they showed us the legendaries for each, box. Sword gets, Zacian, and Shield gets Zamazenta. And Zacian is just a wolf with a sword in its mouth, like that Dark Souls boss. And Zamazenta is a wolf, and he's, stuck in, his entire mane is the shield, but also, it looks like he just, got stuck in a part of a fence and just decided to take it with him. It's so great. Yeah. This is great. There's some good dogs. Those are some good dogs. They showed us Dynamax battles, which are basically kaiju Pokemon. You can turn your Pokemon into a big Pokemon, several stories tall, and you can fight, in 4-man raids against a Pokemon who is in that Dynamax state for the entire time of the battle. You get it for 3 turns.
Has there ever been anything even remotely like this in previous?
No. There was, so in the anime, there's, I think, 2 potential examples of this. The first is where they go to the prehistoric Pokemon Island, which is, not Jurassic Park, but it's Jurassic Park, and the people there, for entertainment purposes, have made the Pokemon giant robots. They're all robots, and they're huge, and there's basically, a fight. There's another instance in the anime where there's literally a giant, Tentacruel that attacks a city. And then there's, in the anime, also specifically a movie that's being shot where 2 Pokemon are fighting in, a toy town. So they're filming a kaiju movie. Mm-hmm. So, that's it. There's nothing there hasn't really been anything like this in the game. No real,
gameplay analog to this.
Yeah, no gameplay analog. Plenty of examples in the anime, but nothing in the game part. So you're going to team up with 3 other people to do these Dynamax, raids in the field, in the overworld, but you'll also be able to Dynamax 1 Pokemon in a gym battle, and the gyms are those, that soccer football stadium that they showed us in the first trailer.
So...
Which is cool. You get a little uniform, I love it. It's great.
Has there ever been, a cooperative battle experience in a Pokemon game before?
There've been, you could always team up with friends and do, team battles online, where, the 2 of you are against, 2 of you locally are against 2 other people who are being local. You could do that a little bit. but not like this. Not everybody against a Pokemon.
But, like, the whole idea of, like, in-game gameplay, like, if you look at, classic MMOs, like World of Warcraft and the like, you'll find the idea of the in-game raid. The in-game raid. Like, once you have your character to max level, here's the content you will be playing when you are,
Yeah.
And
when you're done.
And Pokemon has when I started fucking with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, something that really hopped out of me is that despite the fact that Pokemon is ostensibly, like, when you're just hanging out, like a single player game, there's a lot about the way the game is structured that feels like an MMO. It feels like you're playing an MMO where you happen to be the only person logged on at the time. Which is kind of a weird feeling, but that's also kind of supported by the way that you can, like, dip into, like, experiences like battling other players in like these very controlled environments where you're seeking out someone else to like, you're not just going to have someone show up in your game to fuck up your day, but you can.
Yeah, you go to, like, a special spot and you all come in together.
Yeah, like.
And you choose to do this battle.
Yeah,
together.
So it's a game which seems to be designed for, like, intentional active interaction, and when you're not having that intentional active interaction, you're exploring this big world and you're doing this big thing, and it feels like including 4-player raids is a further expression of the MMO feel of Pokemon, and that seems pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm personally very excited for it. I think it'll be really neat. And some of those Pokemon only appear in the raids and won't appear in the overworld until after you beat it. Which is neat. Oh god, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be so cool. They're gonna do some cool stuff, I feel like. I'm hoping for 2 things at E3, and future Tegan, I hope you're excited for these 2 things because they've happened and not disappointed that they haven't. I'd like my dragon evolution, please. We are in England. You can't not have a dragon at this point. And I'm excited for... Shit. I forgot it. Oh, and I'm excited for, hopefully, the final evolutions of the babies, your starter Pokemon to be revealed. Please. 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 The rumor mill was saying that Scorbunny's gonna be fire electric. Please. Please. Please fire electric. It'd be so good. It'd be so good, please. He's a speedy little zip boy, please. Not another firefighting. I'll be so sad. I'll be so sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, where's my dragon evolution? 'Cause, like, we're in England. It's dragon time. It's dragon time.
Like, I
also hope there's a magpie Pokemon.
Yeah.
There were a lot of magpies in England.
I remember when this was announced that you and I went down a rabbit hole of, like, for fuck's sake, we're in fake England. Here's a list of the bullshit we want. And there was a lot of, like, stuff that felt super appropriate and, like, super silly. And it's like, in a world where there is a Pokemon that is a haunted sandcastle, you can make some dumb bullshit and I'll be right on board.
Yeah.
In a world...
You can 100% make some dumb bullshit.
Yeah, like, there is a bag of garbage Pokemon. You have the world before you. Like, come on, just give us the dumb bullshit. Like, I want a Pokemon who is literally a sword and a stone. Please give me that.
Yep, please. Please make it like one of the legendary, like, one of the 3 legendary beasts of the area. Like, the sword and the stone Pokemon is a legendary beast. 'Cause fuck you, that's why. Fuck you! Who cares? It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. It's great. Please. Oh god, I hope. I pray.
I want a Pokemon that is just a round table. Please give me a round table.
That's what the Sword and the Stone Pokemon
Yep.
evolves into.
Also would not mind if there is one that is like a fucking teacup. Like a literal teacup. Like, that'd be great.
There is a good... there is one, like, other thing that they introduced that's new to Pokemon. Like, specifically. New to all the Pokemons. Specifically. And it's, you have full control of the camera when you're in the overworld. The wilds, the part between towns. Yeah. Full 360, running around, you can see Pokemon in their environment, like... It looks like there are some random battles and some battles that you can trigger, like, by walking into them. So that's neat. And that there are, like, different Pokemon will appear depending on, like, what the environment is. It means that overworld environment is going to change periodically. And, like, you're gonna have to make sure to get out there all the time to see not only what the weather is, but what Pokemon are out and about.
So this is the first entirely new Pokemon game since Pokemon Go, right? Because,
what do you mean?
I mean, because we had Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, which were a remake. And wasn't the last one before that also a remake, or am I losing my mind?
The last one before that was Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. So Sun and Moon would be the last, like, original.
And when did, when did Pokemon Go launch?
2016.
Okay.
Summer. It was a good summer.
And
I remember it well.
And Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was after that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, I think, was that fall.
So this feels like the first Pokemon, like the first made from scratch Pokemon game in a post Pokemon Go world. Like, so the fullness of dealing with people's, like, potentially changed expectations, or being able to, like, subtly direct the future of Pokemon Go development through changes in the way a Pokemon game is structured in this. Like, this seems like a pretty, like, in the grand scale of things, like, a pretty important fucking Pokemon game. Like, for a litany of reasons.
Yeah. I would agree.
Like, first one on a new platform in years. First one since Pokemon Go. Raid mechanics. Like, this is kind of a big fucking deal. Man.
It's a big deal. It's an evolution of Pokemon, for sure. Like, they're back to, like, their basic formula, where, like, there's battling and gyms and, like, that whole thing, but enough has changed that it's going to feel very fresh. And I'm very excited for that.
Well, very cool.
Yeah.
Tegan, what else you got?
2 iOS developers are suing Apple.
Why?
They're claiming that the company's app store is a monopoly.
Okay, so they're right. Can you tell me more about them being right?
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, they're right. So basically, like, they're saying that, basically, a group of, like, for a while, consumers have been fighting to sue Apple over the company's control for iOS, because they're saying that Apple can force iPhone owners to overpay for applications, because they can only get them from the Apple App Store. So, this class action lawsuit from the iOS developers is arguing the same thing, and that Apple's 30% commission fee can let the tech giant sort of unfairly eat into developers' earnings when there is no competing platform for them to be able to distribute on Apple phones. And Apple, of course, is like, nah, we don't hold a monopoly over our App Store. Like, you know, look at this webpage that we're publishing that shows all of the benefits that our approach to the iOS store has brought both consumers and developers, quote unquote, like any fair marketplace. Developers can decide what they want to charge from a set of price tiers. Like, it's fine. It's not fine. It's a monopoly. It's a monopoly.
So,
Android developers can get their stuff out a variety of ways. Like, they can use the Google Play Store, or a lot of times they could just publish it on their website themselves. Yep. And you can just download it straight from the developer.
Also, like, they mentioned, I think that, like, the lawsuit specifically mentions Amazon as a competing platform for distribution. Like, like, Android apps can be purchased from Amazon and then just pushed to your Android device.
Mm-hmm.
Man, remember that time that Valve was going to release a Steam Link app for iOS, and then Apple rescinded approval of it because they realized that you could buy games through the store, but they're like, no selling games unless we get our 30%.
Yep.
Man, closed marketplaces are bad. They're bad.
Yeah. Monopolies are bad, guys. They're not good for anybody except people who have them and are using them to get rich. They're bad for literally everyone else. Do you have some better news, Brian? Or is it worse news?
I do, but before we move on off for this for a second, I'm really looking forward. Future Brian is really looking forward to this time next week talking about all of our coverage of the various ways that Nintendo and Microsoft are snuggling, because
they're gonna be cuddle buddies.
Yeah, like, it is inevitably going to lead to, like, new marketplace implementation on one, possibly two devices. So that's exciting. Look forward to our exciting coverage of Xbox Game Pass on Switch.
Yeah, look forward to it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna be something anyway.
So you remember that time that Sony was like, hey, check out the Sony State of Play, and then we watched it, and we were like, wow, that kind of sucks shit.
Wow, this was bad?
And then they did a second one, which was, like, marginally better.
No, I don't remember the second one, because I didn't watch it, because I was like, this is bad.
So Google did a thing.
Google did a thing?
Yeah. It's called Stadia Connect. Yeah.
Oh. Is it like a State of Play?
No.
Or is it like a Nintendo
It's like
Direct?
a Nintendo Direct. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
So Google did, and this was really like, there was the first presentation they did about Stadia, but this one really was the one that felt like the coming out party for Stadia, because this is the one where they were like hitting us with like all the details and like, all right, here's the scoop, here's pricing, here's schedule. They showed some exclusives. Like, it felt like a launch presentation for a new gaming platform, which was critical. Like it felt fully formed. They showed up and it's like, oh shit. So Google in this now, huh? So Stadia is going to launch in November.
Mm-hmm.
And it will launch with a base service, which will be called Stadia Pro. And not to be confusing, but I'm going to use the word base again later. So Stadia Pro is $10 a month in the US. And as long as you're getting 35 megabits per second down, you will be able to play at 4K, 60 frames a second, and get 5.1 surround sound.
That doesn't seem too many megabits down, honestly.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
That doesn't seem bad. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, I thought we were ready to sort of potentially shit all over this thing. Because nobody has good enough internet to do this, but like, bad internet is almost good enough to do this.
That was the main concern we had, which was like, what are going to be the functional limits of this thing. And so then they're like, let's say you don't have 35 megabits per second down. If you have as little as 10 megabits per second down, you can still use Stadia. What you'll get at 10 megabits per second down is 1080p, 60 frames a second, and stereo. So you won't get the 5.1, you'll get stereo, but you're also still getting 1080p, 60 frames.
1080p for 10 megabits
Yes.
down. That sounds like a 5 for 5 deal.
Yeah, so...
Like, that almost sounds way too good to be true.
I was just really, really surprised because it was like hard numbers. They're like, here's the performance you'll get at this speed. Here's the performance you'll get at this speed.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So the way Stadia Pro will work is it's going to work a lot like Xbox Game Pass, which is that for the $10 a month, there is a library of games that you have access to. Now, games can be purchased a la carte through Stadia, but there will also be, there will also be a library of games that are part of,
Game Pass.
of the part of the Stadia Pro membership.
Gotcha. Okay.
One of the first things they showed in the trailer, and this was something that I had been concerned about, and I think we've even talked about on the show, is like games that require like frame specific inputs. Like, yeah. One of the first things they showed in the trailer was Mortal Kombat 11. They're like, "Hey guys, fighting games on Stadia," and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like that's
shit. Yeah, they're serious.
Yeah,
then.
like you're basically bragging about games that will require frame specific inputs, which was pretty impressive. At launch, so like, and launch is November. At launch, it's only going to support the Chromecast, but the way it's going to work is they're going to continue to like roll out support for essentially Google Chrome on additional devices. So you'll then, after Chromecast, they're going to add PCs and Mac with a Chrome browser, and then they're going to add tablets with a Chrome browser. And the Google Pixel 3 and other Google Pixel phones will be the first mobile phones that will support Stadia. And then they're going to roll out support to other phones. Also, because the Stadia controller itself doesn't go through your house's Wi-Fi or whatever network you're on, the Stadia controller is directly connecting to Google's network. It means that like if you're going to be playing on a phone or playing on your tablet or whatever, you don't need to worry about like connecting your Stadia controller to the device, because the Stadia controller is directly talking to Google servers.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Which is
This is not what I expected. I'm not entirely sure what I expected, but this is not it.
Yeah.
I guess I expected more of a cluster, honestly.
And I remember when we talked about it the first time, one of the things that I thought was like, hey, there are very few companies that have enough resources that if they wanted to do this and be serious, that they could. And Google was one of that shortlisted companies. And it appears to be based on this. Did you watch the Stadia Connect, Tegan?
No,
okay,
I did not.
Like, you really should. It's got good feels. It is apparent from watching this that they are absolutely dead fucking serious. That they're like, okay, and this is a thing that's happening, and here's all the steps that we've taken to make sure that it's going to be really good. In 2020, they're going to roll out Stadia Base, which is basically access to the Stadia network where you're not getting like, where you don't have access to like the Game Pass kind of equivalent, where you have stuff that you can play all the time as part of a monthly subscription. So like with Stadia Base, you're just buying all of your games a la carte like you would with any other platform. So Stadia Pro gets you the monthly subscription where like you always have a library, but you can buy games a la carte. And then in 2020, they'll roll out the Stadia Base, where it's just like you have access to our store and you can buy a game on the store, but you don't have to, or you at that point you don't have to have the Stadia Pro in order to interact with their system. So they talked about their pre-order incentives. They're going to roll out a what's called the Founders Edition for Stadia, which will come with you'll get a Chromecast Pro. You'll also get your first 3 months of Stadia Pro, and then you also get a Stadia controller in Midnight Blue that will only be available as part of the pre-order incentive for founders. And you also have an opportunity to pick your username for Stadia before anybody else has access. Yeah, so the 3 months of Stadia plus the Chromecast plus the Midnight Blue controller plus early access to picking your gamer tag is $130.
Well.
Yeah. So, Tegan, I kind of fucking did it.
Then. Yeah, I bet you did. Jeez, that's crazy.
Additional control.
I bet a lot of, like, pro gamers did it, too. Like, just for the gamer tag, like, guarantee.
Yeah, being able to get in early so that way you're not stuck with, like, Thug Nuts 420 or something.
Right, yeah.
Note to self, make gamer tag Thug Nuts 420.
Right.
Maybe Hatchet Murder Face.
Oh, God.
Okay. The additional controllers are $70. That's
about right.
And part of the reason that these are $70 is that they have to have a whole bunch of like cell phone bullshit built directly into the controller, because the controllers are talking directly to Google's network, not going through any network that you might provide. So I'm like, being that these controllers have a whole bunch of like networking bullshit built into them, $70 feels like a good price.
Yeah, that feels fine, honestly. Yeah. I'm like, okay. Like a regular controller's like $60 to $65. So $70 doesn't feel weird to me.
They talked a little bit more about the layout of the Stadia controller. They didn't really spend a lot of time on talking about like some of the features that they mentioned in their first presentation, where they're like, like the direct YouTube integration, where like you could be watching a game on YouTube and then jump directly into playing it from a place that had been shown. But what they did show, as far as like some of the functionality, is like a dedicated share button, and really just like buttons that seamlessly integrate with like the host of services that Google already offers. So like being that, like the idea of a button that just puts my bullshit directly onto YouTube because the company that owns the YouTube owns the Stadia. I'm like, oh damn. Like, again, like it's just one of those like easy positions of like marketplace dominance where you're like, oh, okay. Like you guys really, since you control both halves of that process can really make that as seamless as possible. The controller colors, which are available for a separate purchase, which are not part of the Founders Pack, which is where the Midnight Blue is. There is a white controller, which has like orange accents, a black controller that has white accents, and then the third controller color is called Wasabi. Yes, it's like a light green. Ooh. Yeah, I went with a Wasabi controller for my second controller. It's a very nice, handsome shade. They also low-key fucking announced Baldur's Gate 3 on their stream.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, how do you low-key announce Baldur's Gate 3?
Yeah, they really just fucking threw down the gauntlet. They're like, oh, by the way, Baldur's Gate 3. Also...
What do you mean, oh, by the way? Like, how can you, oh, by the way, that?
When they were like, hey, let's take a look at some of the games which are coming to Stadia, they didn't like the language I'm so used to using or hearing used in presentations like this. When you have a fancy exclusive, you usually use words like, please check out our fancy exclusive.
Yeah, please check out our exclusive look
right.
at.
And as of now, the only announced platforms for Baldur's Gate 3 are PC and Stadia. That's it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so it appears to be that Google has secured Baldur's Gate 3, which is kind of a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
So, there was some stuff in the presentation, from Larian, like they went to, like some stuff at Larian Studios where they were talking about, like, about Baldur's Gate 3. They're like, yeah, we tripled the size of the studio for this game. And we're like, oh man, like, you guys make good games. This is going to be nuts. Like, people who love RPGs are going to, like, go absolutely bonkers for this. I mean, this is a game that people have been wanting for years. This is a scream on your couch reveal.
Yeah, for sure. And they're just like, yeah, whatever.
I mean, I'll put it this way. I think maybe a better way to describe it is they played it cool. They're like, oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, let's see what we have over here. Was that Baldur's Gate 3? Wow. Who fucking knew?
They also announced a couple other exclusives. One is a game called Guilt, spelled Gylt. And it's from Tequila Works.
Okay.
Yep. And it looked absolutely gorgeous. So it appears to be like this third-person platforming adventure puzzle game. And it has a really solid aesthetic. So definitely looking forward to getting into that. And then the other exclusive that got announced was a game called Get Packed, which is a 4-player crazy co-op goofy party game. Appears to be about like packing up a moving truck.
Oh,
and
okay.
like it's one of those things where, you know, it's hard to, I guess, express the goofiness just being like, okay, and this is the premise of the game. But like, if you've played goofy party games before, like Overcooked or like it definitely, I was like, oh, I'm like, this is a game where and I'm like, this is a smart ass exclusive, because what's going to happen is people are going to have friends over and they're going to play some Get Packed, and they're going to have a goofy fun time. And then when people are like, oh, what is this game that we played? Like, I want to play the game where we pack the moving truck. Like, oh, it's for Google's thing? Like, oh, I don't have to buy a $400 box to buy this? Like, like,
Yeah.
it seems to be like thing that you can get friends together and play is a real good selling point for like your console-less future. So like it was the best console launch for a thing that isn't a console that like that I was absolutely blown away. And you know, like when Google was like you know, doing their teasing for this presentation where they're like, some things just can't wait until E3. Like talking about it, it's like, oh man, like if you guys are going around using language like some things just can't wait until E3, then like you better fucking bring it. And
then they did.
And I was like, shit. I'm like, I can't remember the last time. Like, honestly, I can, but like I watched a presentation, then immediately got up and went and pre-ordered something because I was like, wow, you did a really good case of like showing me the benefits of this and making me interested as a customer, because like this really looks like a window into the way I want to consume video games. Like, I want physical media for the stuff that I care about, like, very intensely and have an emotional relationship with. But for, like, stuff that I'm going to play with and, like, you know, just want to spend some time with and then be done with, I'd rather not have, like, clutter around my house. You know, like, yeah. And so, like Stadia's like, hey, do you want to play a lot of games but have less stuff? Do you want to also be able to try stuff and consider the individual financial impact of each purchase less
before you purchase?
Yeah, I mean, like if you're paying like $10 a month to like have access to essentially Netflix for games, it makes it less spooky to be like, oh, I want to fuck with this because I've been reading some articles about it. You know, like,
right? You can just be like, I can fuck with this because it's on my thing where I only pay $10.
Right.
So, like, I can decide whether or not it's more of an investment or not before I actually sink $60 and a bunch of my time
exactly.
into it.
And I was just like,
it's super, like, it's cognizant of your time and your money simultaneously.
Yeah, and plus like good ergonomics and good social features, interesting exclusives, like absolutely just.
Other people. Other publishers.
Yeah, it's.
Sony. Jesus.
Yeah, I really feel like this time next week Sony's got to do something because Microsoft is about to have an amazing E3.
For sure.
Yeah, we keep on hearing leaks about shit that they're going to show, and it's going to be bonkers. I'm really looking forward to it. You know, tomorrow is going to be pretty special with that presentation. So I feel like sitting out E3 just because they don't want to talk about the PS5 right now is a bad move.
Yeah.
It's a bad move.
I think this is a move they will regret.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
Absolutely. And I think it is conceivable to be in the conversation about winning E3 without even showing up, as demonstrated by Google, but that's not what Sony's doing. It's not what Sony's doing. Yeah, they're like, hey guys.
It's not at all. They're just kicking ass.
Ugh.
They had their own E3.
So good on them. Apparently they are going to do a stage presentation with Jeff Keighley on Sunday morning as well. So look forward to seeing what they bring to that. So yeah, like, I guess really the kickoff to the E3 talks was Google, which is a weird thing to say.
Yeah, that's not a sentence I thought we would be saying this time last year.
Wild.
And Google's not like... Google's YouTube platform has a lot of things that need, like, drastic improvement. Yep. And I wonder if they'll make those improvements in time for its launch. You know?
I suspect that, like, there's going... Like, they're dumping they have dumped and are actively dumping an extraordinary amount of money into Stadia. Like the development cost for this platform are amazing. And part of the selling points for Stadia are the way Stadia interacts with other Google services. And so, being that one of the things that you want to sell people is a seamless experience that doesn't suck shit, you need to clean up the parts of your existing services which do suck shit. And I think that is a thing that Google can do if they apply pressure to the right parts. Like, one of the things which is done effectively, like, Google really did solve spam. Like, I can't tell you the last time I had what I would call a spam problem in my inbox on my Gmail account. Like, they are really effective at catching and neutralizing spam messages. Mm-hmm. So, like, if they want to put the development resources towards something, I think they can solve the problem. The issue is that I don't think that there has been adequate incentive. That's a
to solve the problem.
But with Stadia, there's so much money on the table for, like, Stadia. Like, should Stadia work, there's so much money on the table that, like, I feel like the incentive now is very real for them to solve the problem.
Gotcha.
So, which I know sounds terrible because, like, now there's more money involved.
But, like, sometimes money's the only way someone will do something.
So, and that's where I think we're at. That now that there's money involved, that there will be more incentive for them to fix things. So, we'll see. We'll see. And I will personally see because I bought the fucking thing.
Yeah, you can tell us all about it. You can probably stream on YouTube. We should probably make a YouTube channel. Well, we have a Twitch channel. You can use that for sure, right?
And apparently we do have a YouTube channel that we just haven't used, so...
Yeah. Oh, well, cool. Even better.
Yeah, good times. Good times, everybody.
We thought ahead, maybe.
The future.
The future is yesterday.
Speaking of the future being yesterday, want to talk about Valve for a minute? In the form of what came out on Steam today?
Oh, that's not what I thought you meant. Fuck. I fell for it. Yeah, okay. What came out on Steam today?
Let's see here. What did come out on Steam today? We've got...
Apple Snake.
We've got 9 games on Steam today.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? This one doesn't count. It's a demo. Oh, that one doesn't count. It's a demo too. All right, Tegan, it's easier. 4 of these are demos, so we've only got 5.
Yay!
So our first one is Don't Burn.
Okay.
Are
you a cooked item?
You, a brave rescuer who will stop at nothing to stop a fire and save the inhabitants of the city. The city is engulfed in flames. You, a brave rescuer who will stop at nothing to stop a fire and save the inhabitants of the city. I'm really glad that they just repeated the text. Don't Burn is a beautiful Arkanoid in which you need either to put out the entire fire on the level or save all of the inhabitants. Do not let the fire spread too much, collect bonuses, and save points. This game is ugly as shit.
Cool.
And it really is like Breakout, but with fire. You're like bouncing firemen, so I don't know what's up with it. This game is also 64 cents.
Oh. Couldn't even make it 69 cents.
Next up is The Bar.
Okay.
The bar, where everything happens. Explore a new world where you are the craftsman and your only goal is to beat the shadow. Collect and craft resources as you level up. Acquire upgrades at the bazaar. Recruit new people to your bar. Unlock new and more powerful recipes. Visit the market and purchase the best of merchandise. This appears to be yet another RPG Maker RPG. Yep. Yep. Good times. Next up is Story of Monster. Story of Monster is a 2D intuitive platformer with surviving elements where you are going to do hardcore levels playing as an alien monster.
Alright.
This appears to be an asset flip, and it is 59 cents. I tell you what, I'm wandering back to our last story about Google. Another company that should be shivering in its fucking boots? Valve. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because if what you're telling me is that I could sit at my computer and play games on a curated store versus navigating the hellscape which is Steam, like, and Google coming for everybody.
Google coming for everybody.
Yeah. Jesus. Next up is Pet Puzzle. Thanks for making my point for me, Pet Puzzle. Pet Puzzle is a relaxing and leisurely 3-in-a-row game.
Okay.
And lastly, Crossroads Extreme. Crossroads Extreme is a cute arcade where you should manage traffic in the most accurate way. You traffic light adjuster at the crossing road. Car traffic creates emergency situations on the road, but isn't simple. Ambulance have high priority and it doesn't wait for the green light. Police hurry to reveal another bank robbery and traffic isn't just an obstacle. A column of infantry combat vehicles are moving in the military training. They just can't be late. Cartoon graphics, but the real situation with impatient drivers and pedestrians. Who will crossing first? You decide. Traffic control with cars and pedestrians. More than 30 cars and 20 pedestrians. Over 30 difficulty levels. Realistic simulation of traffic light on crossway. Tegan, they try my patience.
They trying your patience. They trying your patience? Excuse me, what? They trying your patience. They trying my patience. Is thin, is small. Killing me.
This game is $2.99 and does appear to be an asset flip. There's like one thing which doesn't appear to come from like the same like texture pack that they used for everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's this game where they're obviously using a whole bunch of pre-built assets from one pack, but then there are these one fucking bushes, like this one set of fucking bushes that came from another texture pack, and it's just hate fucking my eyes, and I hate this. I fucking hate this.
I'm sorry. I wish you didn't have to hate
Steam
it.
be less terrible.
No. It won't. You know it won't. Don't ask it to do something it can't do.
Setting
up unreal expectations.
Well, everybody, thanks for hanging out. We will be back next week with some post E3 impressions. And probably here in the intervening time, if history has been any indication for the last couple of years, we've jumped on during the week to kind of give our thoughts on E3 as it unfolds. In fact, like literally right now, EA is talking to people as we record this. So we'll probably stop here and go catch up on that. But thanks for hanging out. Please leave us reviews. We appreciate them.
Please do. We
Um,
want to hear from you. Good stuff, bad stuff, questions, comments, concerns.
We'd love your reviews on Spotify, on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and many other places. We are on an absolute shit ton of platforms. Tegan, did you know we're on iHeartRadio?
We're on iHeartRadio?
Yeah.
Does this mean we can put ourselves as broadcasters?
Sure.
It's radio.
Yeah.
We're now radio personalities.
Absolutely.
Wow.
There is music at the beginning and end of this show. It is provided by Big Sach. His work is available on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/Big Sach NJ. And you can let him now know how dope our music is at Hillary_Swank. The cool logo that you clicked on in order to get to our podcast was designed by Lauren Moran. She's a fantastic artist. You should follow her on Twitter at Lauren Moran. And once you're bowled over by how cool her art is, and the fact that she's probably the only person on Tegan on Twitter that's the only person on Twitter that screams more than Tegan and uses phrases like "my son" in all caps. Yep. Yeah, no, I'm just saying that like she's the only person I know on Twitter that exceeds you in that capacity.
Oh, she exceeds me. I have to step up my game.
She went to see that new Godzilla movie, and there was like at least 8 dozen tweets that were like, "Godzilla, my son, Godzilla, protect him."
My big boy, protect him! He shoots lasers from his mouth, the original Hyper Beam Boy!
I see you've met Lauren.
On Twitter, yes.
So follow her on Twitter.
At Lauren Moran.
And she's got a Patreon where you can get some cool art from her. So think about doing that. And come back and hang out with us next time. Peace.